So welcome to a get ready with me. Today I am filming myself getting ready and it's gonna be a full face of Maybelline products, which is very exciting because Maybelline is one of my favorite makeup brands, like drugstore wise, and I've used their products since about middle school. It was like the first kind of thing that I bought. And these are always like my go-to products. I'm trying their like newer like Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation, which I am a full coverage girl, everything I have. But yes, so everything's gonna be full face of Maybelline, so let's get straight into the video. So first off, I've already kind of tied my hair back into my cute little bun. I got these like new scrunchies that don't leave like a hairband kind of tie around your hair afterwards. They're like towel material almost. So I've already kind of pared that back, which is what I always do to get ready, and then leave out my bangs. I did all my skincare this morning too, so eye cream, moisturizer. So I'm gonna head straight into primer, and I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Baby Skin. I've been using this stuff forever. It's instant pore eraser. It works so good, I love it. And I'll just do it like in my, oops, my hair. I'll do it in the T-zone of my face, and then kind of up in my cheeks because that's usually where most of my pores are. And then here in the corner, this is my mirror. This is what I'm using to get ready. We're in my cute little corner with like my chartreuse chair. Anyways, so I'll always just put on my primer. Now that that's in, I'm gonna go in with the Super Stay Full Coverage 24-hour foundation, and I use the color Natural Beige. This stuff looks beautiful. This is the first time I'm trying this one. I used to use the like Dream Mousse one when I used to like, when I first started out in makeup, I used the Dream Mousse from Maybelline, but this one's new. So I'm just gonna do like 2 little like drops. But I wanted to catch up with you guys. So my last video that I posted recently took me forever to post, and I am so sorry about that because there was like complications with my Apple computer. It crashed and I wasn't able to like import my footage or like bring in anything because it had all of the like papers and files from when I was a freshman in college. So it literally just crashed on me, and I had to bring it to like the IT department in my town, and that was just a nightmare. Thank God for them because I spent like 3 days trying to fix it myself, but I deleted the like OS X software system. So when I deleted that, I couldn't get back onto the computer, but they got it all fixed, which I'm very happy about. So that's why it took me so long to get that video up, but I'm glad I got it up. So computer's all fixed, which is good. But this foundation's actually really pretty. Good color match too, I love it. And then I always put my foundation from, I always start like bringing it out from the middle because that's where I want the most coverage to be. And then I'm just using the Morphe M439 brush. I did get a little bit of sun, so I went with like the darker tone of the Natural Beige. I've been getting to like lay out on my balcony because finally in Grand Forks, North Dakota, the weather has gotten so much better. The trees are blooming finally. So I did get a little bit of sun. Bring it down my neck a little bit. I wanted to let you guys know, like the whole quarantine, bodysuits like this have been my life because they're so easy, just like slip on and then pair like a loose pair of jeans or some sweatpants. So it's been really good just to like have bodysuits. I've been wearing ones from Zara, this one's from Gap. They look so aesthetic and like business, but they're still like very lounge-like, which is what I love. So, oh, I'm just going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This has been one of my all-time favorites for years, and I always use this one. My dark circles haven't been as bad since I've been getting some sun, which is good, but I like to put some underneath my contour when I go in with my contour, because it'll just create that nice line where I can just completely follow it. And I'm just going to use the same M439 brush. Now that everything is blended in, I'm very happy with the way it looks. It's very like smooth. I don't see any texture, and it doesn't feel like it caked up at all, which is really good because I don't like when things are kind of full coverage and then it'll start to cake up. You can definitely add more than like one layer of this, so that's really good. It's buildable. But next, I'm just gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This one's in light medium. This is such a good shade, and sometimes if it's like a day where I don't have enough time for like a full face of makeup, I'll just take this loose powder and just use it as a powder foundation, and it works really well too, which is good. But anyways, let's keep updating you. I finally closed out my UND semester, so my summer has officially started, which was good. There was one final that I only had one final, but it was one that I was kind of like scared for. It was astronomy, and I actually passed with a high C, which I was very happy about, which was really good. But yeah, so my UND semester is finally closed out, and let's see what else. I had to finish online, and I don't know what UND is gonna do for the fall semester, but I wouldn't mind being online again because it gave me such a like huge chance to like, or opportunity to like do my videos and edit them and get them up. So I didn't really mind the online too much. But I'm also, this week was kind of like hectic with like the finals and my computer crashing and trying to figure that out. And I actually am getting all four of my wisdom teeth out, so we'll see how that goes. Feel okay about it. He's a really good surgeon, so I'm sure it'll be fine. And my wisdom teeth are already in, so he said it'll be pretty like easy for him, flying colors, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just continuing to put the loose powder wherever I need it. I always do this because I love when everything's just kind of matte. And then I just add like highlight wherever I want it to be. I don't like a huge dewy finish. Just like a dewy finish on my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose, and that's about it. Okay, so now that my face is all set, ready to go matte, it looks like a huge blank canvas. That's where we go in with the Dimension Out. I'm gonna use the Maybelline City Bronzer. If I was stranded on an island, I would need my bronzer ASAP. So in the summertime, I don't really like to do a lot of contouring, so I want to make sure that my face is still pretty like sunny and bronzy. You can already kind of see like my face is starting to get that dimension back. And I love to just put a little bit of bronzer just on the bridge of my nose, kind of like that sun-kissed look. It's a trick that I always do. And then I'll do the same thing with the blush. I'm very excited because for the eyes today, I'm going to be using the Nudes of New York by Maybelline, and it is the most beautiful palette. I saw it while I was in Target, and I was like obsessed with the colors. It's beautiful, and I love nudes, so today's gonna be kind of like a bronzy nude vibe. All right, so now that my bronzer's on, I'm just gonna take the same foundation brush and just kind of clean up right below it. So it kind of looks like I did contour and I'm very structured, but I just have my bronzer on. And this is a good trick too. If you feel like you've put on too much bronzer, you can just kind of tap on top and it'll take away some of that product. Alright, so for blush, I have two things that I love to use from Maybelline, and one is my Maybelline Cheek Heat. This stuff is gorgeous. I love the color of it. It's like in this really nice like Bambi nude, and that's one of my favorite colors for blush or lipstick, anything like that. It's really beautiful. So I'm just going to take a little bit of it just on my fingers, blend it in. And you can just tap it in on the apples. And this is on like powder, and it's so good and blendable that it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you can do it on your foundation, but I like doing it here because then it turns out more pigmented if you do it on top of your powder. I'm doing one cheek at a time because I want it to not get dry. And I'm just doing it on the apples. See? Added like a nice little pop. And it'll add that really nice glow as well. And sometimes if you're ambitious and you want that kind of sun-kissed look, I'll take the tiniest amount, again, rub it in. You can put some on the bridge of your nose. And that also looks very pretty. Next, I'm going to just take a dual fiber brush, make sure that everything is blended. No harsh lines. And then sometimes if I feel that it's still a little bit dewy, I like to just take a little bit of a powdered blush, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me in Coral. This one's also very pretty, and add like a nice sheen as well. Take the lightest amount, smile a little bit. Sometimes I'll add a little bit to my chin, and that's pretty much it. Now I don't even really need any highlighter because it just creates that really nice glow. Next, I love to do, like in the summertime, just kind of contour my collarbones. I'm just going to do that with the bronzer. So I'm just going to take a fan brush. This one's pretty like a thicker fan brush, and just go right underneath. It'll make them really like pop out, which is very pretty. And then you can just add some highlighter down the middle. You can already kind of see the difference. I think I've kind of like updated you guys on pretty much everything. The computer, oh, my brother, he kind of had to postpone his wedding. So the wedding was originally supposed to be now in June, but it got postponed to August, which was okay. I mean, they weren't really like that happy about it, but we're like kind of working around it. I'm just taking the same foundation brush to really make sure everything's blended. You don't want anything too harsh. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. I recently have just kind of like in the summertime not been filling them in as much because I do have like not bushy eyebrows, but they are pretty full, so I don't need to fill them in that much except for like if there's any spaces in between. But I'm just going to take the Maybelline. This has been my favorite. This one has been amazing. It's the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. It's a mascara gel, but for your eyebrows. And it's absolutely fabulous. So I'll just take it and brush up and then down the tail. And it honestly looks like you filled in your eyebrows when really you haven't done anything except just like brush them. You can see the difference. It looks so much better. So this stuff has been amazing when I'm just like on the go or I have errands to run, I don't have a lot of time, or even if I fill in my brows, I'll do this as well, and it creates that really nice full eyebrow. I love it. So I'm gonna go in with the Nudes of New York stuff. This palette is so beautiful. I love it. So I'm just gonna go in with Creator. This is one of the colors. And I always start out with like a really big fluffy brush just to get that nice wash of color, and then we'll go in with more dense brushes. go from inner corner, outer corner, and just kind of all over the lid. Creates a really nice wash of color, as I said, and that's what I'm going for. And then we'll add dimension and depth with like the darker colors that the palette has. So the color I'm using right now is still Creator. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Explorer, this like next shade right there. And I'm gonna take a more dense brush like this. Okay, see, like right there. And this one, I don't want to be too close to my eyebrow. I'm gonna go into like the very inner crease. And then start to sweep it kind of like into like the C of your eye. So I like to make this kind of like a C, the letter C. And it creates that really nice dimension, and it'll really elongate your eye or really open it up, which is always really pretty. I remember in middle school, like when I first started out with Maybelline, I would have early morning volleyball practice, and then when we get done, we got time to like get ready before classes started. And I'd always have my Maybelline makeup, and it was always my favorite. Especially the mascaras. I love their mascaras. But I'm a huge believer in drugstore mascaras. They're some of my absolute favorites. And that's usually like what I always buy from mascaras is drugstore. Especially Maybelline. I'm still going in with that Explorer shade and really creating that dimension so it looks like your eyes kind of going deep. It's really pretty technique. You always want to keep the darker colors out on the outer corners. You can sometimes bring them into the inner corner, but that's for like a really huge kind of smoky eye or a halo eye. But this is just like for day to day. Next, I'm gonna go in with a skinnier kind of like fluffy brush, if I can grab it. And I'm gonna go in with, let's see. I'm gonna go in with Globetrotter, this one here in the corner. It's like a really nice kind of like chocolatey red color. And really just go on the lash line and just kind of bring it up into that V. So we're only gonna be using like 3 or 4 eyeshadows, and you can still get a really beautiful look. Okay, so before we go on with like the rest of the upper lid, I kind of want to go down into the lower lash line and just add a little bit. So I'm going to get a really defined like skinny brush and just get a little bit of Voyager, which is right next to Globetrotter. And I'm just going to draw a line right below my eyelashes and kind of connect it to the outer part. And only go in about halfway. And it'll create that really nice smoky lower lash line. You can already see like the difference. Makes it seem like you're like really pretty, like smoky. It draws attention to your eyes, which is what I like to do with my makeup, is add like a nude lip, and then the eyes are really like edgy, smoky. They're like the life of the party. So now that that line's drawn, I'm just gonna take a pencil brush and go in with Globetrotter, which is a little bit lighter, and just smoke it out. So you can just go like that. Just gives it like that edgy vibe. So for the lid, you can sometimes leave it blank like that, but I'm gonna go on with the first like big fluffy brush that we used and go in with Explorer and just really make sure that everything is seamless. I feel like I want to use another one of the eyeshadow shades because they're so pretty, and I'm just gonna go on with Dreamer. I'm just gonna go in with Dreamer, and it's this really nice like pinky undertone, which these are like really nice like berry nudes, like that type of vibe. So I'm gonna go in with Dreamer, but first I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lasting Fix Spray and just spray my brush a little bit. And that's just a little trick because it'll really emphasize that like eyeshadow that you use, make it even more like bright, kind of luminescent. See, you can already kind of see that. And I'm just going to do that in this small little space that didn't have any eyeshadow. Add a little bit to your inner corner as well. And then for the other eye, just spray a little bit more and do the same exact thing. So you really want to make sure that you have a seamless blend. Just take that pencil brush, grab a little bit of Globetrotter, and just do the very edges of that luminous color, just back and forth, and it'll blend it just for you right away. So it looks like they're meshed together. So it just goes from like bright into the other shades. You could just kind of put on your mascara and be out the door, but if you want to take it to like the very next step, I'm going to do the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliner, and I'm just going to draw a small line on the upper lash line, just like that. And then we're going to smudge it out with the pencil brush, and it'll create even more smokiness and even more dimension. You can kind of see the difference. And obviously you could stop way ahead of just like 2 eyeshadows and some mascara or some eyeliner and you'll be ready to go. But it's really hard for me. Like I'll say I'll do a simple look and then the simple look turns into like a huge smoky eye. But sometimes that's pretty. I mean, it's a strength, not a weakness. And then now we can just add some mascara. And the mascara that I'm going to be using, and I used to use this all the time, is the Volume Express The Rocket. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I had to buy a new one because I go through mascara so often. I wear mascara every day. So I go through it like maybe every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. And if I can get this open. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna do one eye for you guys off of camera, and then I'll come back and show you the difference so you guys can kind of see like what it looks like and how much length it really adds. So just a second. Okay, so you can already see the difference. I kind of zoomed you guys in, and this eye has all of my the Rocket mascara, bottom and upper lashes. You can really see like it finishes off the look. So I'm gonna finish off the other eye and then I'll be back to put on our lipstick and we're done. Okay, so my mascara is all done. I lit out my hair. So we're starting to look more like the end of my get ready. And for lips today, I found this also Tarjay, and this is one of my favorite lipsticks. It's total proof of you can eat with this. It doesn't come off, it doesn't smudge. It's amazing, and it's the Superstay Matte Ink. And I found this really cool packaging. It's gorgeous. You can kind of see there. And I'm just gonna use the color, if we can find it. Oh no, oh, here it is. Ooh, Loyalist. And I'm a very loyal person. That's one of the biggest things that I am very keen on. I love being loyal. So it's in this really nice nude color. So the eyes are gonna really pop, as I said before. And you really don't even need lip liner because the doe foot applicator is so nice and pointy. And I'm just gonna put this on. And it's gonna really tie in the look. Okay, so the get ready with me is all done. This is the finished look. I'm very happy with the outcome. I hope you guys liked the video and you go out and get some Maybelline products. I stand by their products. I'll put my hand over the fire for them. They're amazing and I love the way this looks. But I will see you guys after my wisdom teeth have been removed and I'm back on YouTube and all recovered. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and as I always say, if you want to see more of me, I will leave my Instagram and Twitter down below because I'm very active on both of those. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, besitos.